What's going on, guys? Rannerz here. Today we have the best attacking tactics in FIFA 22 in my humble opinion. These tactics don't really leave you too vulnerable defensively. So on offense, I'm giving it a 10 out of 10 rating, and defensively, it's probably about a 7.5, 8 out of 10. So overall, still great tactics, but definitely the best way to score goals with, still having good defense and not going all out, because that's kind of pointless. You can't play that all game if that's the case. It's not the same as like having constant pressure, etc. all on. But anyways, guys, can we get 100 likes for this kind of not a specific tactics video, but still tactics nonetheless? Let's go for that. Hopefully we can get it, but let's get into the video. Are you fed up of coming against God Squad game in and game out?
What?
If so, make sure to head over to u7buy.com using the link in the description below. And don't forget to use code RAN at checkout for an extra little discount. So here we are with our Road Glory account. This is how the current team is looking. Got quite lucky to get rid of Theo. I got red Rannerz, but I really don't like Rannerz this year. Donnarumma is my guy, so I bought him instead. Got Llorente in recently, but more importantly, I feel like everybody's big question is, what is Fernando Morientes doing in your team? Well, this year, there's really nobody in that in-between stage, and I didn't want to go for a crazy meta team like my main team, so I said, you know what, I'll give this guy a go. So there's 4-star, 6'1", high medium. Decent at heading, but I don't really score headers. Dribbling, even with an engine, is pretty sketchy. His pace is okay, but not incredible. Now his shooting is the only reason he's still remotely in my team. His shooting is class. It is very good, as you would expect with those stats. Won't be here too long. Definitely not. But for now, he does the job. I was just really getting annoyed with not having players that could finish. So for me, it was worth giving up that bit of dribbling to get better shooting. But maybe with the Rule Breakers promo, as we're recording, that's not out yet. It might be somebody new I can pick up. I see there's talks, little talks of a Rule Breakers Dembele. That card could be insane. We'll see what happens. But anyways, let's get into the custom tactics. I'm not even going to talk about the other ones here. If you guys want to see my ultra defensive, ultra attacking, you can head over to a different video. This 4-2-3-1 is just something I've been messing around with. I don't actually use it. But let's get into the defensive. You can see the formation is the 4-3-1-2 we've opted for. So it's narrow, but it's not the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. We've gone with the 4-3-1-2 because it gives that little extra attacking presence. Instead of the CDM, you got a center mid, so obviously slightly pushed up the pitch a little bit more. You can see we are taking the balanced 50 width, 70 depth from the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow tactics that I do have. And then on offense, we've got balanced direct passing, 50 width, 6 players in the box, but we got the one-on-one on free kicks and corners. Now defense is different compared to narrow, you will see, and we got a little difference in attack. So we'll start from the back. I don't really mess around with the goalkeeper tactics. That's personal preference. If you want to, go ahead and do that. I don't personally. So at right back, we got stay back and overlap. We're not using step up this time because you just have so much going forward anyways. We're playing it more calm at the back, more calm at the back. If you enjoy using step up from the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow that I've been using, then definitely give that a go. For me, a little risky with this already having so much kind of flying forward. I didn't want to do that too much. So I just left it as is. Just stay back, no step up, stay back, overlap on the left back as well. Also, you got your center mid here, so you don't have your CDM like in the 4-1-2-1-2 now. So once again, if you did have step up and without a CDM, you're like a little too vulnerable for my liking. So we just have our center mid. I'll stay back while attacking and cover center. There's a bit of a CDM role, but it's just obviously up the pitch a bit more. Contributes a little bit in attack, not too much, but also doesn't sit back as much defensively. Kind of have to manually pull him back a bit more. The only problem. Now the wide center mids, balanced everything default except positioning. We've gone with drift wide. So you can imagine in game they kind of just spread out. Same same on Tonali. He's also drift wide. It almost becomes like a 4-1-2-1-2 wide, if you can imagine that. Tonali does drift out a lot. Llorente does drift out a lot. Frees up that space. Drags the defense a little bit out, and then you can driven pass into the front three, which are all on stay forward, and Insigne himself is getting to the box for cross. Just pushes him kind of in the box as well. The goal with this formation and tactics is if you can get it to one of the wide center mids that have come out a bit wide to drag out the defense a little bit, then driven pass it into those attackers, and then with the three attackers you can pass it between them, pull off like a quick skill move and go from there, try and get a shot away. Or what's even better is if you can pull off a successful counterattack with these tactics. So when you're counterattacking, you have both center mids kind of going forward, and you'll have Insigne at cam as options. You want to start it with your center mid. He's going to have the ball to start the counterattack. You pass to whoever's open. Make sure you're utilizing a lot of driven passes. And then, because remember, we're on direct passing, so a lot of runs will be made. You'll see your left and right striker making those runs in behind. So ideally, what you can do is with the wide center mids, if you can get it to them, is do the L1 double tap triangle over top true ball. Probably if it's with Insigne and it's more central, maybe a regular true ball or driven pass depending on the angle. Try to play it through. What you can do as well is if you slow down your play, and let's say you've gone to the box with your three attackers, Llorente and Tonali will also act as a bit of an overlap because they are on balance, so they're going to be going forward, especially if you have players with high attacking work rate. And then with the drift wide, they're obviously a bit more wide, so they do make that overlapping run from time to time if you keep a bit of the possession, and you can always lay it off to that, maybe directly shoot or look for a driven pass back across goal for a little tap in. We can see hopefully the gameplay added in here is giving you guys a little insight into the different sort of goals that you can be scoring with this formation. Other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy it, subscribe and turn on notifications if you're new here. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. So guys, if this video did help you, make sure you hit the like button. We're trying to get 200 likes for these. I think that step up on all the defenders is crazy. 200 likes is the goal. Subscribe if you're new, and have a good day, boys. I'll catch you later.